Hey everybody, Dr. Fisher here. Today, if you're a person who's over the age of 40, has a little bit of gray, maybe has hair that's dropping down in other places that you'd prefer, your energy's not quite so good as you used to be when you were maybe like 20, and maybe you can't focus as much as you used to, well, and maybe, maybe you're not healing quite as easily as you used to. This is the video for you. Today we're going to talk about supplements that'll support your testosterone and will support healthy aging. Sexual vitality, libido, focus, energy, repair. The same things that you used to get when you were 20, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some really simple stuff. Then we're going to talk about all to the far end of the spectrum, some homeopathic ideas, and some potential testing along the way, as well as, if you stay to the end, I'll show you where to get it and we'll give you a discount for it. So stay to the end because it's good stuff. So we're going to start off with something simple. We're going to start off with some zinc. Now, zinc comes in many forms. We carry several different kinds here in the office. Zinc is an important part of male prostate and or hormones of the masculine nature. It also helps with the immune system. So if you're, for example, struggling with a little bit of COVID nose or whatever, you probably need a little zinc anyways. But a simple way, and you can see the link is in the description down below how to get this, we have a zinc test. It's very, very simple. All you do, very, very inexpensive as well. You unscrew the cap, put a dropper full in your mouth, let it hang there for about 10 seconds. If you don't taste anything, there's a good chance you've got a zinc deficiency. If you need to step it up, you can do some blood tests, but usually this does the trick for the majority of people. And you can start taking it anywhere from between 50 and 100 milligrams a day. It's a solid dose. You pump it in the very beginning, and then once you test it again, make sure that you get some taste, and then you can bring it down to the 10 to 30 milligrams a day. Now, one piece that's really important to understand about zinc is that if you're not going to do a whole food form, which we carry whole food forms here in the office, again, link down below, zinc chelate from Standard Process, it's a whole food form. When you take zinc by itself, like a zinc citrate or a zinc bisglycinate or a zinc chelate, we carry several different options here in the office, especially when you're an acutely ill person or when you're trying to really bump those hormone levels up from this masculine perspective. It's really, really important to understand that if you take those by themselves for more than 30 to 60 days, you're going to start ridding your body of copper, and then you're going to have a whole subset of other issues. So make sure that you take those high levels for a short period of time, and then you switch over to something that's going to stand the test of time and be something you can take more regularly, or you take some copper, some of those other additional pieces with it. Now, next piece of amazingness that we have here that I am currently taking as well is this idea of something called Tonget Ali. Okay, it comes in this cool little bottle right here. They're little tablets. This is a Southeast Asian herb where they've done some studies. It's been something that's been utilized for a long time for I guess I'm now qualified as an aging male. So if you're in that same situation, which eventually you will be anyways, this is going to be for you. This is a really cool herb that I started taking after I had an injury this last year where I tore my Achilles tendon clean off. I was jumping at a trampoline park, and I thought I was doing fine, but apparently I wasn't, and I overdid it. So I was looking for a way to increase my testosterone, increase my energy, increase my capacity to heal like I used to when I was 20. So Tonget Ali is really great in the fact that it takes a 200 milligram a day dose based on the research to really kind of amp up your body's ability to utilize testosterone. So one of the things that happens is as we age, something called the sex hormone binding globulin, which is the, if you will, the bus or the train that travels around inside your body that carries the testosterone that allows certain functions to happen, it gets more tightly wound up and doesn't let passengers off as easily as you age. And so one of the cool things naturally that it does after at least 4 weeks of use is it starts to allow the bus driver to kind of chill out a little bit and allow you to actually use your testosterone again. And so it really works really well. It helps with sexual interest, helps with testosterone production and synthesis, and it does so by increasing the testosterone levels, and it also maintains normal free testosterone levels, but you generally get to feel well. So I don't know about you, but I'm all about doing whatever I can to maintain my health and vitality as I age. Now, something to consider, if you can look at my little chart here, is pre-puberty, about 10 years old, we don't have a lot of testosterone. Okay, but post-puberty, roughly age 20, is when you got that highest level of testosterone. And you might do kind of crazy things with that high level of testosterone before you kind of understand how to utilize it and have some discipline with it. But once we age to age 30, 40, 50, 60, you can see as time goes on here, age 70, there's not a lot of testosterone left. So what we can do is we can utilize the wellness approach to really keep those numbers up and peak for as long as possible, to be able to help you, allow you to have that focus, that libido that you have a desire for, that supports that healthy sexual interest. And that's what this herb does. So definitely one of my favorites and one that I'm taking myself. Another one that I've played with, and you're probably familiar with it, is the herb called tribulus. Okay, here's what it looks like in a little container here. Different forms of it are available. I like to use the highest quality that I can find. So standard process is going to be one of those areas that I get that. Tribulus is great because not only does it help with the male libido, but it actually helps with the female libido as well. Where it can support the libido in women, it also helps with menstrual flow, helps to tonify as they refer to it as, which really tones it. Like you go to a gym and you tone a muscle, right? The idea is it tones the feminine and the masculine aspects of who you are, and it promotes that overall feeling of well-being. That tribulus is more popular than the Tungat Ali. Now, a supplement that I carry here in the office, and I'll make available for you at the very end of the video down below, is something called Testosterone Formula by one of my favorite companies, Integrative Therapeutics, which is a professional brand that carries the highest quality as well. They contain both tribulus and some ginseng root extract, as well as some adaptogens which help you deal with stress, which I don't know about you, but there's been a little stress in the world recently. Ashwagandha is a really common one, and this one contains all the good stuff. So it has a little bit of nutritional piece as well. It's got some biotin, magnesium, zinc, selenium, as well as a little D and a little A. So I really am a huge fan of this one. When I started on this one, it's dosed for 3 capsules a day, but usually I'll double, triple dose for myself personally and for patients who are looking for a little something right away over a period of 1 to 2 months, and then we level it back down to where it's supposed to be. So the next idea that I want to talk about is fertility, specifically in relationship to testosterone. Now, maybe you're over 40 and that's not as big of an issue for you, but just in case you're somebody watching and testosterone is an issue for you and you're a little younger, from a fertility perspective, wheat germ oil, I usually will do 3 to 5 of these a day for my people who are looking for fertility from that masculine perspective. This wheat germ oil is loaded with good nutritional aspects and things that really make a difference to be able to help with the fertility. Now, most of the time, because we live in an estrogenic world in the sense of like plastics, chemicals, and all kinds of different things in our environment, exogenous estrogen is what they refer to it as, comes and actually sits with us, if you will, and we're exposed to it. We eat it, it's on our skin, and those things really do affect your testosterone levels as well as they affect your fertility. It's really kind of scary to see the fertility of our population continues to go down and down and down over the last couple of generations, where this generation is having a lot of fertility issues. So usually quite a bit of that exogenous estrogen needs to be detoxified out of the body. So changing your diet, doing an elimination diet or a 10-day, 28-day detox, something like avoiding all of the omega-6 fats like processed foods, corn oil, soy oil, even some of the health food products. A lot of these omega-6 high inflammation foods really do affect fertility. So Last but not least is something called Endopath M from a company called Energetics. It's one that I really enjoy as well. It's really, really nice because it's a homeopathic that really supports the body naturally. You take a dropper full twice a day away from food. It actually technically doesn't have any physical substance. It's just a reminder to the body that, hey, you're a male. We're trying to support the masculine aspects of you. And so things just work better from that perspective. So if you like what we have here today, please comment below if you're struggling with something similar. If you want to see additional content from us, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And we'll look forward to giving you additional quality content moving forward in the future. This is Dr. Fisher signing out.